Hey guys, this is Whitney from the Mindset to Money community, and we are back with another one. Today, I'm going to be talking to Jeri Toliver, where she is going to give us a quick overview on how to start, grow, and leverage business credit without using your social security number. Now, the full masterclass is going to be held in the Mindset to Money membership. Jeri is one of the leading experts in the country on personal and business credit and business funding. Jeri, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me today.
All right, so let's get right into it. So, Jeri, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Well, a little bit about me. My name is Jeri. I am the CEO of Flyy Credit and the creator of the Flyy Credit University. And prior to starting Flyy Credit, I had really bad habits when it came to credit. I was a person maxing out my credit. I was a person paying things late. I just didn't really know the first thing about proper credit management. Until I decided that I wanted to become a homeowner. When I decided that I wanted to stop renting and I wanted to get me and my kids into an actual home, into a safe space where we can have some flexibility and some stability, that I really started to take my credit seriously. And so I started the journey of improving my own personal credit after suffering with 545 credit scores and getting denied for everything. And then once I fixed my credit, I took it from 545 to 765 and I bought my first home. So after I bought my first home, it was sort of a domino effect in how Flyy Credit came about. People started asking me, well, Jeri, how did you improve your credit, or how did you buy your house? And then I started helping my friends and family members with that. And then they started referring everybody to me, and it just turned into a business. And so we started helping people with repairing their credit to buy homes, and it was going really great. But then the issue was people were coming back to us asking us to repair their credit again. So I thought to myself, well, something isn't right here. Like if you fix your credit, we want your credit to stay fixed. And so that's when I decided that I think we need to start educating people. And so 3 years into building Flyy Credit, I transitioned into the educational space because let's be 100, right? School doesn't teach us anything about credit. Did you get the credit class? I didn't get the credit class. And so because of that, I made a lot of really poor decisions that I wish I could take back, but I'm grateful that I learned my lessons nevertheless. And so I created the Flyy Credit University to start really preparing people for building credit, managing credit, leveraging credit, sustaining credit, and multiplying their credit, all in the name of building wealth. And so that's where the Flyy Credit University came into play. So we launched it with the idea of educating and empowering people. And since then, we have a little over 11,000 students to date. They've been able to get approved for $56 million collectively. They've paid off almost $300,000 of debt. And they're feeling the effects of freedom. They're feeling this freedom of not being in a lot of debt, and they have the freedom of knowing how to leverage their credit to multiply their income. Because what I realized when I was building my business was that I was using my personal credit to do it. I was using my personal credit to finance my business. And I had racked up like almost $32,000 of credit card debt with doing that. And it was really just not a situation that I should have been in if I would have known better when it came to business credit. And so I've really made it my mission to teach people how to manage personal credit and how to manage business credit for my small business owners that want to learn how to leverage business credit to exponentially grow their dreams. I am a mother of two, proud mom of two. They are my joys of my life. And my favorite movie is The Little Mermaid, Disney's Little Mermaid. So that's a little bit about me.
Hey, how can you not love The Little Mermaid? All right, now how does business credit work and how did you get into the business credit space? I know you mentioned it a little bit, but how did you get into this?
So the way business credit works is it helps you get your hands on other people's money to grow your business. You have consumer credit and then you have business credit. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they get into the habit of using their personal credit and their consumer credit and finances to fund their business. However, personal credit and personal finances were not designed to build a business. Your personal finances are designed to help you, pay bills, take care of the kids, put food in your mouth, gas in the car. It wasn't designed to grow a six-figure, multi-million-dollar business. So I think that's where the disconnect was happening, was that here we are, so many people are failing at building their businesses simply because they started off with too little money. 85% of businesses fail because they have too little money. So I wanted to bridge that gap for small business owners so that they wouldn't fall into the same trap that I had fallen into of using my credit, maxing out my personal credit cards, draining my savings, and tapping into my 401k just to build my dreams, especially when there's other people's money that's available for me to do it. And so that's how I got into it. I got into it because I had my own struggles with business credit. I had my own struggles with building my business. And I knew that other people had that same struggle too. And so I was able to build business credit. I was able to get approved for millions of business financing. And we've been able to help our students do that exact same thing. So business credit, honestly, is not hard to build. Business credit is relatively easy, actually. It's easier, in my opinion, than building personal credit. But knowing the steps is the part that a lot of us just don't know. And so I want to be able to at least help people uncover what those steps look like so that they can take the best next steps for their business and they can stop using the personal credit and stop draining their savings just to build their business when business credit was designed for them to leverage to build their business. There's so much money out here that banks and lenders want to give people, but unfortunately, a lot of small business owners have no idea where to go, what to do, how to qualify. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to bridge that gap so that business owners will never, ever, ever have a problem with finding the money at the best rates, at the best terms, and just having the confidence to be able to walk in the bank, clapping their hands. It's my money and I need it now.
Man, that is awesome. Now, what are some of the main reasons a business owner may need business credit, even if they don't know it?
I would say one of the main reasons small business owners should really consider building business credit is one, it could take the load off of your personal finances. Two, it can give you a security net in the event that something may go wrong. I've actually been in that situation before where some people had hired me to help them with their credit. And long story short, all 6 of them filed chargebacks with their bank, and it shut my merchant account down, and I couldn't accept payments for my business. And it was just a whole mess. But luckily, I had business credit as, I guess you could say, an insurance policy, a safety net that I could use to still build my business, to still, pay the bills in between, getting all that stuff resolved. So having a safety net is very important. Even paying yourself a salary, right? A lot of small business owners are not paying themselves, but there's literally business credit and financing available to help business owners with paying themselves an actual salary. I do find that it's very difficult to build a business when you're broke, right? It's hard to build a business when all you can think about is not having money. All you can think about is where is my next dollar? Where's the invoice going to get paid? Like, how is this going to work? Well, business credit fills in that gap so that you don't have to worry about that. You can pay yourself a salary. You can pay people to do the things that you don't have time to do or the things that you hate doing. You can pay you can do so many things that a lot of people just don't necessarily, I think, realize or think about that you can do with business credit. I mean, you get higher credit lines as a consumer, you probably get $5,000, $10,000. But as a business owner, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 and above is like the norm. Most of our business credit students, they're getting approved for $20,000, $30,000 just getting started. And so it's just a different level of leverage that business owners have that consumers don't have when using personal and consumer credit. So I think it's very important to consider those things when you want to build business credit, because there's so much available to you that people may not always realize. Oh, not to mention the perks. You get so many great benefits like cash back and rewards, free trips, hotels. It is pretty awesome. And so I would say those are probably the main things that I think people should really know about that's available to them when considering business credit.
Wow, you are teaching us. Now, is it hard to get business credit?
Is getting business credit hard? No, actually, getting business credit is easy. It's easier, like I said, in my opinion, than building personal credit. Building personal credit takes a lot of time, mainly because there's, these different components, 5 different components that go into building personal credit. With business credit, not so much. For the most part, for this business credit, all you got to do is just pay everything on time. and you've got excellent business credit. Now, there are other things that do come into play with building business credit, but generally speaking, it is a lot easier than building personal credit by far. And the greatest thing is, anybody can do it. So I'll mention that too. Like, even if you're new in business, even if you've been denied before, you can still do this. So that's the great part about it.
Okay, so now when is it too late or too early for a business owner to start establishing business credit?
There really is not a too late or too early type of deal. I think that the earlier the better. So sometimes I get the question, I don't have a business yet. Should I still be thinking about, business credit? Absolutely. I think that it's better to know ahead of time than to not know at all, to be prepared than to not be prepared. Because a lot of us go into business not being prepared. A lot of us go into business not knowing where we're going to get money from. We go into business not knowing where the funding is available. We go into business not even understanding funding or credit or interest or any of these really key components when we're thinking about building our business using other people's money. But these are very, very important things that everybody should know before they start building business credit. So I would say the earlier, the better. Even if you don't have a business right now and you're considering building a business, I do honestly believe that if you knew it now, it would make it so much easier to get it later.
Okay, see, now that's really good to know. Now, can you tell us what you're going to be covering in the masterclass?
So in the masterclass, we're going to be covering quite a few things, mostly a lot of the basics. So we're going to be talking about 3 very important steps that you do need to take if you want to successfully establish and build business credit. These are the non-negotiables, by the way. So I'm going to be covering everything that you need to do to get it started the right way the first time. Second, we're going to be talking about the different types of business credit and business financing. They're very, very different. And there's so many different options that if you are not aware of the options, you could easily find yourself picking the wrong one and putting yourself and jeopardizing your business. We're going to be covering all the different financing types. We're going to be covering how you can qualify for those financing types and what you should know before you apply for those financing types, because we have definitely seen where some business owners will get the wrong type of financing and then they'll put their business in a very, very dangerous cycle with their cash flow that could almost put them out of business. And then lastly, we're going to be talking about how to really max out your business credit and manage it responsibly. Now, most people have a concern about getting business credit and not being able to manage it properly. I understand that, and we're going to be tackling that also during our class together. So if you have a fear of not being able to manage it, not sure how you're going to pay it off, you may not be making enough revenue or you don't have any revenue yet, and you're concerned about that, we're going to hash that out so that you'll have an actual plan of what that next step is going to look like. There are a lot of different types of business credit out here, and they all serve different types of purposes. So I want to help you discover what that looks like and how you can really implement it in your business, no matter what type of business that you have. These credit cards and these business credit lines, they all have very specific benefits and features. And so we're going to be talking about that so that you'll know which ones are best for you, which ones are best for your goals, which ones are best for your business, so that you can take that next step and feel confident about it for sure. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things, business credit, but you're going to learn a lot of the basics, and you're going to be learning a lot about everything that you should know before you start building business credit, as well as if you're already an established business and you want to get started. We'll be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about during the class as well. Now, you should know that you don't need good personal credit in order to build business credit. So I'm going to be showing you all how you can build business credit without using your personal social security number. So if something that you're concerned about is, well, I don't want to use my personal credit, no worries. I'm going to teach you how to get business credit without using your personal credit scores. Your personal credit does not matter. We're going to show you how to get that done. So that doesn't even have to be an obstacle for you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeri, for being with us today. This is clearly a masterclass you guys do not want to miss. Now, if you're not a Mindset to Money member yet, I want you to know that every single month we have masterclasses led by the best-in-class experts from around the country on business growth and development, financial management, passive income investing, and a whole lot more. And it's all inside this framework to guide you to financial autonomy in 5 years or less, regardless of whatever your initial starting point is or whatever. Now, I'm going to put the link inside the description below so you guys can sign up for the masterclass, and I'm going to see you guys at the masterclass.